We all know there's no shortage of information out there claiming to help you play better golf, but today we're talking about some key ones, some key trusted sources that I use that I know are going to help you start playing better golf. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV and the Sanford Power Golf Academy, and we live in a great age, in a great time when there is an endless supply of information out there. But one of the real challenges for you, the average golfer, is how do you filter all that information and really know what is good and what is not good. But I'm going to give you 5 things today, 5 places that you can go, or even some ideas that are guaranteed to help you start playing better golf, because they're the resources and the ideas that I use on a regular basis. Now, if you love golf and you love working on your game, this is the place for you. US Golf TV is the place for you. Be sure to subscribe and be sure to ring that bell so you know when great information is coming out. So let's dive right into this. All right, number 1, the first thing that you can do to help you play better golf that doesn't require any practice is next time you go to the golf course and you go to the driving range or the putting green, what I want you to do before you just put your bag down and start hitting balls, I want you to take 30 seconds, observe the driving range or the practice area, whichever part you're going to, and notice if there's anybody there practicing who looks like they're pretty darn good at the game, that they've got some skill. And if somebody's like that and is there, especially if they're hitting balls, I want you to set up your practice station right next to theirs. Now, why would I do that? Well, because if you're hitting balls next to somebody who's got really good rhythm, really good tempo, is hitting the ball solid, there's distinct sounds, there's distinct things that happen when quality people hit a golf ball, your senses are going to start picking up on that. It's no different than the common saying where, hey, you become a byproduct of the 5 people you hang out with the most often, right? Well, if you're practicing by somebody who can really play the game, you're going to pick up some things without even having any conversation at all. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, books. All right, I love books, I love reading, and we're going to talk about videos and things like that in a second, but there's a couple really good resources out there that have good quality information. The first one is an ebook called Science of the Slice. Now that's something that we put together here at US Golf TV. It is free. We've included the link in the description, and if you're somebody who's slicing the golf ball, this was specifically written for you. It's free, and it can really help you understand what's happening when you're slicing the golf ball. So that would be one of them. Another great person to follow, and it's got a couple really good books out, if you're looking for help on your short game, is an instructor by the name of James Siekman. Now, James has got a couple books out. One is specifically on putting. One is specifically on chipping and pitching. They are fantastic. They have great information that can really apply to the average golfer all the way up to the touring professional. If you're looking for just some general things about golf and kind of some more theories and philosophy on golf and just playing the game, Harvey Penick wrote a couple great books. I mean, those are classics. I would strongly recommend those. And if you're looking for some information on maybe the mental side of it, the performance side of it, be sure to check out any of the books by Bob Rotella. His stuff is fantastic also. So the third suggestion I want to give you is just basic observation. Now, what I mean by this is a lot of you probably live in areas where there might be a PGA Tour event, an LPGA event, a college event, or even a really good amateur event. You can learn a lot by going and watching the best in the world at what they do. I don't care if it's hitting a golf ball, racing a car, or making food. All right? One of the ways we learn is by literally watching people up close do their skill and observe what it is that they're doing. So let's say you went to a tour event, okay, even a college event. I would get there early, watch how they warm up, watch what clubs they use when they warm up. Do they have any training aids out there? What is the process that they go through? And then I would get out on the course and watch them play and compete. What things are they doing on the golf course? Are they always hitting a driver, or are they laying up? What are they doing around the green? Are they walking off some of their chip shots? Are they walking off their putts and kind of getting a feel for the greens and how they break? You can learn a ton observing the best at what they do. And I think as golfers, sometimes we sit at home and we watch on TV, and that's fine, but you're not seeing all of the inner workings that are happening before that camera comes on and that player hits a shot right next to the cup. And that's where the real magic is at, is getting some of that other information in terms of what they're doing before those shots. So that would be tip number 3. All right, so tip number 4, suggestion number 4 is information online. Now here's the thing with online information. I mean, it is an endless supply. So you've got to make sure you have a trusted source. Hopefully, if you're here watching this video, you trust us at US Golf TV because we've proven to you that, you know, we're putting out good content and good information that's helping you play better golf. So there's a couple places you could look. One would be if you're struggling with the slice once again, we've got a program called Tour Draw. Now this is a really in-depth program. It's got a ton of video content and really dives in and helps you understand why you're slicing it, but more importantly, how you can fix it. And we've included that in the description of the video here so you know how to get to that. Another one would be greatgolftipsnow.com. greatgolftipsnow.com. That's a free video series. It's got great information on there, much like some of the stuff here, but a little bit more of the back-end information, the secret information that we typically only give away in terms of when we're giving a golf lesson. And of course, this channel right here, our website at usgolftv.com is another great place that you could look for information. So the key here with online information is make sure that's a trusted source, somebody that you have confidence in that can help you and has proven that to you on a regular basis. Now the last one that I want to give you is training aids. I like training aids. I'm going to say this, I'm not a huge training aid person because I think a lot of them make false claims that don't necessarily work all the time. So the three that I want to share with you are three that I actually use on a regular basis because they work and they do what they say they're going to do. The first one is the Reimer short game system. Now this is fantastic for ball position, aim, alignment, all those types of things. It can really help you out. Lots of times the best way to improve your game is just checking the basic fundamentals like ball position. And that could be in chipping and putting and driving and you name it, all through the gamut. And of course we've included that link in the description below. Another one of my favorites is the Smart Ball. Now this was invented by Martin Chuck, a guy I went to college with. He's a great instructor, really smart guy, and he came up with this quite a few years ago now. It's fantastic. We've even done some other videos on it, but I would check that one out. And for the real serious golfer, if you're really into training and technique, you want to check out Live View. Live View is another great resource where you can actually record your swing, look at it in real time. It is fantastic. It's something that we use here at the Academy as well all the time. Live View, that's one that you definitely want to check out. So you don't need to take a golf lesson to get better at golf. Sometimes you need to find good quality resources. What we've talked about here today are trusted sources, trusted training aids, information that we use on a regular basis and I know can help you start playing better golf.